What's up, guys? Today, we're going to be doing a deep dive into one of my absolute favorite Taylor Swift songs off of her album Folklore, The Lakes. So, this song is really a departure from her usual pop sound, and it's really a deep dive into Romanticism. So, to fully appreciate the song, you really need to have an understanding of the concept. So, Romanticism was a literary movement that focused heavily on individual nature and deep emotions. One of the more well known romantic writers of that time was Williams Wordsworth. He really was one of Taylor's major inspirations. One of his famous poems, Slumber Did My Spirit Seal, highlights the central themes of Romanticism. The poem talks about someone who's so in tune with nature and themselves that they almost feel disconnected from the human experience completely. This idea of being in harmony with nature is something that comes up a lot in Romanticism, along with experiencing really deep emotions. These two things are really what define Romanticism, but not just deep emotions, but emotions that would bring you beyond the sense of the human experience. That's a really common theme in romantic literature. The idea of experiencing intense and deep emotions is represented in the poem by the idea of a spirit that is sealed away in slumber, protected from the outside world. Wordsworth and many other poets from the time would retire and go to the Lakes District near Windermere Lake to retire and eventually pass away. The song opens with, "Is it romantic how all my eulogies eulogize me?" A eulogy is a poem that memorializes someone in a positive way. A popular example is, "It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." When Taylor Swift is referring to her eulogies, I really believe she's speaking to her past songs that she's really known for. Songs like Shake It Off, We're Never Getting Back Together, even songs like White Horse. In a sense, her eulogies, her words are eulogizing her. She's asking, is this okay? Is this romantic that this is what I'm known for when I have so much more to offer? The next line is, "I'm not cut out for all these cynical clones, these hunters with cell phones." Here, Taylor's really frustrated. She's frustrated with the media, with critics, people who put her in a box, people who don't appreciate her deeper works. This line also critiques the industrialization that was happening during the Romantic time period. These hunters with cell phones are the equivalent of the industrialization, distracting people from nature, individualism, and art. In addition to critiquing the media and critics, this line also really speaks to cancel culture. Taylor referring to the cynical clones, the people who are so quick to judge and cancel someone. These hunters with cell phones, these people looking for anything they can, much like the critics in the Romantic time period. They were more worried about the industrialization of life than individualism in nature. By using the term hunters, Taylor's really speaking to how predatory cancel culture can be and the media's ruthless pursuit of stories, all at the expense of an artist's well being. This line is really a critique of the modern experience. Our society's tendency to focus on scandals and petty things at the expense of more deeper, meaningful connections. In the next line, Taylor mentions Windermere Peaks. This is a reference to the Lakes District where the poets in the Romantic time would have retired and died. Taylor says, "I don't belong here, and my beloved, neither do you." She's saying she doesn't want to be here. She doesn't belong this world of hunters with their cell phones looking for a scandal, looking for a story. And neither does her love, neither does Joe. They belong in the old romantic world with connections to nature and art and culture. In the next line, Taylor says, "I've come too far to watch some name dropping sleaze tell me what are my words worth." This is clearly a direct reference at Scooter Braun. Taylor's saying she worked too hard to let anyone take away the value of her music, and she's not willing to compromise her artistic integrity just for the sake of commercial success. This line is also a commentary on the music industry at large, which often prioritizes commercial success over the artist's artistic integrity. Taylor is standing up for her own creative vision and refusing to be silenced. She will not be controlled by those who profit off her work. The following line further emphasizes her yearning for a simpler life, free from distractions and the demand of the media's eye. She sings, "I want to watch wisteria grow right over my bare feet, 'cause I haven't moved in years. And I want you right here." The image of wisteria growing over her feet represents the peace and stillness that she desires. While the line, "I haven't moved in years," it conveys her exhaustion from the constant traveling and performing that is her life. And finally, her wish to have her beloved with her forever. It reinforces this theme of refuge and companionship in a secluded place. As the song draws to a close, Taylor describes a red rose grown out of the frozen ground, with no one around to tweet it. This is a metaphorical representation of her artistry. Just as a red rose can bloom in harsh conditions, Taylor's music can thrive through adversity and the negativity she's faced in the industry. The reference to Twitter also suggests the idea of this art having value measured by its popularity in social media. That sometimes the most beautiful thing in the world can just simply be overlooked. The final lines of the song are, "I'm setting off, but not without my muse. No, not without you." This ending is significant and it reinforces the themes of the song. Taylor's leaving the world of cynical clones and name-dropping sleazes, and she's seeking refuge in the romanticized world of nature, individualism, and art. Her muse, who we assume is her lover, is an essential part of this journey. By declaring she will not leave without her muse, she's emphasizing the importance of finding companionship. It's a powerful and bittersweet conclusion to the song and to the whole album. The lake serves as a fitting coda to the themes and emotions that Taylor explored throughout Folklore. From the pain of heartbreak to the loss and solace of friendship, it's one that invites us to reflect on our own experiences of love, of loss, of the power of nature, and the power of art to help heal. The Lakes is a beautiful and complex song that draws on the Romanticism movement and Taylor Swift's personal experiences to offer a more powerful commentary on the music industry, cancel culture, and the human experience. Through its lyrics and imagery, this song speaks to our deep-seated yearning for authenticity, creativity, and meaningful connections with others in the world around us. It's a reminder that despite the challenges and difficulties that we may face, there's always hope and beauty to be found if we're willing to look for it. Whether you're a Taylor Swift fan or just a lover of great art and music, The Lakes is definitely worth a listen and a reflection.